show some Haas. Tonight, we're going to do a Double Dipa-ROOOO. Wish I could say that with more enthusiasm. However, we are back-to-back losses, and that's all this recap has are 2 home losses. Wednesday night, Nuggets lost to the Phoenix Suns 104-97. Awful night. No defense. No offensive production. Only 15 points from the bench. We shot 25% from the 3-point line, attempting 43s, only making 10. Not good enough. In the modern NBA, it's got to be in the 30s to 40s at minimum. And yeah, I mean, we just got beat. We got beat by a guy who I think is already considered one of the greatest scorers of all time in Kevin Durant. And I mean, that guy, when he's 7 foot tall with a wingspan of, I don't know, the guy could hug the earth with that wingspan. He could hug the earth twice, go around it twice with his wingspan. You're not going to block that fadeaway shot. You're just not. And the guy's been doing it for years. He's a phenomenal scorer. You know, he'll be talked about for eternity in basketball. It's not an excuse, though. The effort was not there. You know, we got caught. We got caught with our guard down, and kind of figured that, you know, that would wake us up a little bit for this next game. But yeah, I mean, we got out rebounded big time. I mean, 13 more rebounds than us. That's not the Denver Nuggets basketball I know. I mean, we did have more points in the paint, as we should. That's a big portion of our production. Points in the paint, Joker, AG. It's just frustrating. Really, really frustrating, especially on a night when we also had 9 less turnovers. And yeah, I mean, I don't know. I figured it would wake us up, but then we moved on to Friday night, which was tonight. Leo and April got to go to the game, and they're caught on the train coming home. So I'm going to do this recap by myself, and spare them from that just awful. I mean, they had to be there for it. So, you know, they shouldn't have to sit here and talk about it. But yeah, I want to give some thoughts that Leo texted me on the way home about this Timberwolves loss. It was 111-99, 2 in a row at home. Highly concerning. But I'm going to try to get all the negatives out first. I'm going to do that. Leo says only 2 points in 3.5 quarters. MPJ, 6 points in only 3.5 quarters. You know, if you look at the team and you look at, we're also missing Jamal Murray, that's not an excuse either. However, do I think he influences this game? Does that mean we win? I don't know, but he definitely brings something to this game if he plays. And Leo said this, in a 7-game series, we at least win that in 7 games. I truly feel that way. And you got to give your hat. You got to tip your hats to the Minnesota Timberwolves. Tonight, they came out understanding the situation. A win tonight means if we tie record-wise after 82 games, they go above us. Doesn't matter what happens in the next game that we play them, which I think is, I don't know, 3 or 4 games away. And that's big, because when you look at the top 3 teams in the West right now, it could come down to a 3-way tie. It is very possible. This has been a historical, crazy race in NBA history for a 1 seed. This is wild. It's fun to be a part of. I'd like to get the 1, but I also think, you know, the Wolves, they're missing Karl Anthony Towns, a big key piece for them, right? And they're playing well without him, because they are very deep. They have a very solid team. But they understand that still weakens them a little bit to what their maximum potential is. So how could they minimize that risk? Go get home court. Go get home court in the playoffs. I'm not saying we're not trying to get home court. We'd love home court. We saw how beneficial it was last year. I think it's more important to the Wolves than to us. I do. Do I still want to get it over them? Of course I do. We should. Yeah. I mean, go out, try and win each game from here on out. You got 8 games left. Try to win each one. That's what it's what you do for every NBA game. It's a simple thing. Can't think ahead. Got the Cavs on Sunday. It's a matinee game. I got to go to that. Shout out to Coach K. But yeah, tonight, KCP, 0 points. He didn't even get his 1 steal. And again, when you look at the Suns game, we shot 25%. We only shot 28.6% from 3 tonight. We have to shoot better. Now, we shot a lot less threes tonight. But overall shooting, we were 39.8% to their 51.4% field goals. Not going to win a lot of games doing that in the best league in the entire world. You're just not. And second game in a row that we did not score 100 points. Frustrating. I felt like the defensive effort was not there. And I want to say this. I was not heavily concerned about 2 minutes left in the game. I said to myself, you cannot panic. Because if we're losing this way while we're playing well, that's to be concerning. There are things we can fix. There are things we can revamp. One of them, obviously, defensive effort. No more offensive rebounds. Okay. Now we out rebounded them offensive rebound wise tonight. Still, you cannot give a team that hot extra possessions. You just can't. I don't know what to tell you. And then I want to. Sorry, Leo is texting me while I'm recording this. He was frustrated tonight. He was frustrated with a lot of things. He was frustrated with the fans. I guess fans around him were saying like, "Oh man, Joker sucks. Oh, the Nuggets are done." Those fans need to go. I don't care. You want to be a fair weather fan? Cool. Give your overpriced ticket to someone else. Can't have those in the building. I'm tired of it. Another thing, a positive that he also brought up that I agree with. Coach Malone tonight coached every single second of that game like it was a tie game. He understands this is a learning moment. He understands that this is not the end of the world, and I cannot just sit back and be like, uh-oh, what do I do now? 23 losses. That's less than we had last year. We can still break last year's record. I mean, they're hitting the panic button at this point. That's what Oklahoma City, that's what Timberwolves, that's what all these other Western Conference teams, every team in the NBA wants us, the defending champs, to hit the panic button and implode. And we're not going to do that. We are not going to do that. We have a solid coaching staff. We have amazing leaders on that team. We are going to rebound. Every great team has its moments of bumps in the road, hiccups, whatever you want to call it. Every single great team has that. You look at pro sports as a whole. You think about, have there ever been an undefeated season? Sure, I'm sure there is somewhere. NFL, modern day NFL, Patriots tried it. They had their hiccup in the last game of the year. Didn't work out for them. Every great team has their moments. It's okay. We're going to be okay. Defensive effort, improve that. We know that. Every single person on this Nuggets team in that coaching staff will tell you defensive effort needs to improve. Offensive execution needs to improve. I'm not saying things that aren't obvious. These are obvious things. And they're things that don't require years and years of practice to develop. These are things that can be switched on by Sunday. I'm not concerned. Not happy with the game. But to be from full panic mode right now, no, I'm not. You know, yeah, these guys have got a lot of things to work on before Sunday. And when I mean work on, I mean, I think a lot of it's mental. I think a lot of it's just finding it in themselves. So to be full panic mode, just it's not going to work. That's what teams without rings do. So yeah, we've got the Cavs Sunday. It's a matinee game, 1:30. Again, I get to go. I'm not going to stop saying it because I'm really excited. And yeah, I mean, you know what, everybody? Last two games, Nuggets did not show some hustle. But in the meantime, everybody, please do not forget to show some hustle. I'll catch you all in the next one.